Hey guys, first regards in here, and I'll be talking about the easiest Bulwark build for Space Marine 2 patch 12.2 to dominate Tyranids and hard stratagems and even chaos at times. Now, the Bulwark class is a pretty easy class in general, mainly because he has a 30% increased starting HP on top of a plethora of damage reduction like Conviction and Steel Within, so really easy to survive on. He also puts out a ton of damage. Now, the weapon I'm using today is the Fencing Power Axe, mainly because fencing weapons are just the easiest to use overall, and they also have really good synergy with the perk over here, Intimidating Aura. A perfect time parry deals AoE damage in a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. This perk puts out so much damage that you can pretty much one this perk puts out so much damage, you can pretty much one combo parry Gunstrike any Majoris in the game, so a really good option for this build. And the Fencing Power Axe is also quite good for Horde Clear, though I will say, if you want to use the Balanced Power Axe on this build, you can also do that. We will set them up in the same way. All the balanced weapons got a 15% base damage buff in the last patch, and they are substantially better now, but today I'm using this just because it's a bit easier. Now, for the perk tree, I do take Perpetual Strength first, moving here into the perk Coup de Grace. The last strike of a light combo deals 25% more damage. Then we pick up the perk here, Perpetual Strength, and Perpetual Strength for a 10% melee damage increase. And then I grab the perk, Patient Stance. While in Power Stance, you do not lose contested health. This is just a nice perk to help you out a little bit. Power Stance is just what you go into immediately off of any parry, so really nice to have. And the next perk here is Endless Slash. You can endlessly chain your World Slash attacks. This perk may not sound that good initially, but when you start to play around with it more, when you start to go through like Minoru swarms and you're trying to World Slash them, being able to do 3 or 4 consecutively, especially on a fencing or balanced version, is very good in this game, so I do pick this one up. And the next perk here is Power Strike. Gun Strike from Power Stance, it deals 20% more damage. This perk just gives you more gunstrike damage, and gunstrike damage is something you use all the damn time on a fencing weapon. The next perk here is Power Wave. Power Backstep Wave damages more enemies. Moving down to the perk Tactical Retreat, Power Backstep deals 25% more damage, and I pick up the final perk here, Cleaver. Damage increases by 10% against Majoris level and higher enemies. Now, this is definitely a better perk on the balanced version of the fencing version because your base damage is much higher, but you use it on both if you want to. If you really want to like go pure fencing, you can skip over these two perks or like even just go all the way down the top tree to pick up stuff like Restoration and the perk here slash Momentum. They're not god awful. I just prefer it this way because usually I do use a balanced version, but it will still function on fencing. And that's pretty much all there is for the Power Axe tree. Now for my secondary weapon selection, I do take the heavy bolt pistol ammo option here, mainly because I hate fighting Neurothropes and Zoanthropes with a plasma gun. Now, the plasma pistol is way better versus Chaos because you can interrupt ranged enemies like Rubric Marines and more importantly, the Missile Cannon Terminators. But against the Tyranids, I would definitely pick up a heavy bolt pistol here just because the ammo economy is way better on this thing and the damage from the headshot multiplier does help out against those Zoanthropes I mentioned before. Now, for the perk tree here, I do build it with Divine Might first. Into the perk here, Perpetual Penetration, Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine, and of course, Death Strike. After killing a Majora's level or higher enemy in melee combat, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. This will trigger off of a melee finisher, not just a melee kill, so keep that in mind. And also, you do have to have your secondary equipped to get this to actually trigger, but on a Bulwark, we only have a secondary, so really easy to pull off on this guy. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. Next perk here is Great Might, up here into the perk Discipline. Then I grab the perk here, Strong Finish, Headhunter, Gunstrike Reload, and Tactical Precision for more headshot damage, because headshot damage is pretty much the only reason you take this gun. Now, on the plasma pistol, if you want to take this versus chaos, I would just build it up this way. It's pretty much the same as always because ammo economy is just like number one on this gun, especially because the rate of fire plasma is by far the best, but the ammo economy on all variants kind of sucks for this gun. So definitely build it like this, and that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now for the Bulwark perk tree here, I do take Intimidating Aura for the reasons I previously mentioned. Moving here into the perk Scramble Targeting, if you are surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. Now, some people like Armor of Contempt, but even if you're a new player, I think Scramble Targeting will benefit you more because range damage reduction is pretty much free here, and you only have to do anything to trigger this, so I would definitely pick this one up. Next perk here is Steel Within. When your health's less than 50%, you will take 30% less health damage. A health damage reduction on this class especially is incredibly substantial, and mainly because you have a base HP increase of 30%, so any HP reduction on top of that is going to make you feel incredibly tanky. I would definitely grab this one. Alternatively, you could pick up Armor Reinforcement because Armor Reinforcement is a very strong perk versus Tyranids because any amount of armor remaining in Space Marine 2 will reduce all incoming melee damage to 0 even from bosses. But that being said, I still think that's still within just an overall better perk. Next perk here is Advanced Conditioning. Contested health fades 50% more slowly for all team members. I think one of the hardest things that new players have to deal with in this game is the CHP system, and anything that makes that margin for error a little bit easier for you is going to be a really good boon for your team and yourself. So I would definitely pick this one up if you're new and you feel a bit more confident. You could pick up Focus Restoration because I do think this one is overall better for the same reasons I talked about before with armor on Armor Reinforcement, but Advanced Conditioning definitely a bit more forgiving. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose for like a shock nade around your banner that can almost like 100 to 0 Majoris and stuff like that. So definitely pick this one up. And the next perk here is Invigorating Icon. When the banner is activated, all team members regain maximum contested health, but it recharges 50% slower. This perk just prints full HP for your entire team. It is still one of the best perks in the entire game, even after the 50% recharge nerf. And honestly, anything that gives you full HP in Space Marine 2 is going to be pretty top tier because it kind of just breaks the pickup economy of the game. So definitely pick this up for like a super ultra meta build. Next perk here is Rejuvenating Effect. When the banner is activated, it revives incapacitated squad members in this area of effect. This just helps you out a little bit more where you can just insta revive your teammates. I know new players like revive effects like this, so if you want to pick this one up, you definitely can. Alternatively, you could pick up Merciless Resolve or Inspiration, but it is up to you. The final perk I grab here is Armor Advance. This just gives you no knockback while you have armor remaining, and having like an automated source of no knockback in this game is really good for new players as well, because you only have to do anything to make sure this triggers. Though I will say it is better with perks like Focus Restoration and Armor Reinforcement, and that's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. Now, if you have access to prestige perks, I would pick up things like Resilience first, Medicaid stimulus for 40% more HP, into the perk here, Overcharge. Held and charge attack damage increases by 20%. This is one of the best melee attack perks in the entire game, mainly because it is a 20% multiplicative damage increase to the heaviest hitting attacks on pretty much every weapon, so I would definitely grab this one. And the final two perks are Powerful Shot and Masterful Defense, because getting 1% ability back for every single blocked range attack is incredible in this game, especially with a 50% nerf to the recharge rate of your banner with this perk active. And that's pretty much all there is for this build guide. I do think that the Bulwark is one of the easiest classes in the game. If you just take Intimidating Aura on like any fencing weapon for most content, you know, hard strats, Tyranids on absolute difficulty, you can kind of mop them up with this perk and a fencing weapon alone. And hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to come ask me questions about the game or just come hang out with me live, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, guys, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.
This infestation has persisted for too long.
Right, where the fuck is the lector? Okay, there it is.
This lictor stalks the battlefield no more. Summon troops will fly the banners of the angelic host. A seal of slaughter has our scent.
Why are there so many dudes? If you were your thoughts on the latest community event, I mean, it's kind of a nothing burger of an event, so. Oh my god, this is a lot of fucking range spam.
The hive mind reels from the zone throat's death rattle. One more mindless beast slain. Rearming. Reloading weapon. Changing magazine. Runner, ready to deploy. Rearming. Lay eyes upon a hallowed relic of the arms angelic. An elusive beast.
That was a lot of free damage.
Revenant, watch the ground.
Okay. Finally. Banner AoE is stupid good, definitely is.
The mindless filth. Shattered. Another Xenos bioswarm eliminated. Xenos slithers. Repulsive. Replenishing.
Alright, that was kind of obnoxious, but it's over now, thank god. I do kind of hate like fighting Neurothrops without a heavy bolt pistol. That's why I take the heavy bolt pistol anyways on this build. Is that like I just hate fighting Neurothrops without like with a heavy plasma, or not heavy plasma, but a plasma pistol. That sucks. All right. Are we using the balance axe? No, Whiskey. We're using the fencing one this time. Balance would have killed him a lot faster there. I do think the balance axe is better right now. Plasma pistol's so strong, runs into ammo so fast. It's not too bad against like Chaos, but against Tyranids, I definitely want a heavy bolt pistol.
Rally point reached, Lord Akaran. The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
I think I have a Sanguinius voice on. Not Sanguinius, a Blood Angel's voice on. Unfortunately, we're a Genesis chapter. I did put on the wrong armor set. Well, actually, I put on the wrong voice. Armor set's correct. Yeah, you're still doing crazy damage. Access built different. Most of that's intimidating aura.
This support is ready for demolition.
That's the access do a lot at all.
No more surprises from this litter.
FTG, did you see the data mine secondary bull carbine? Yeah, I did. I'll probably be talking about that at some point. And also some of the heroics I want to see in the game. It might be a storm bolter. You never know. Well, I would like lightning claws in this game. I doubt we're going to get that. I know they said no, or wasn't a priority for them. I wouldn't mind a Calibanite greatsword. That would also be cool.
This infestation has
I still have explosives to place, brothers. Prime explosives. I still have explosives to place, brothers.
A single elixir can turn the tide of war on an entire planet. That is true, just like not in the game. Ow, man, there were actually so many of them there. They pulled the damage to me. Even with Purity of Purpose banner down. Yeah, a Lictor Brood can bring like an entire planet to its knees, and in this game, you just mop them up with like one perk.
We still have some monster fire. Bombs.
Yeah, that's guys streamed and watching your videos on YouTube. Thanks, Russell. Welcome, welcome. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, thank God. Thank God for railing.
Explosives. We are ready to ambush the target command. The Hive Titan will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Alright, do we actually have to fight that? Not really, but...
This infestation has persisted for too long.
I guess we could. We all have a golden throw home. It just flushed instead of being epic. That's true. That is true. The stupid sentence, though. Alright, let's go. Go beat the guard.
Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the... We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
The leader beast will cross that bridge, and in short order, die to our tactics.
That's... news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big, we may have to bring down the supply bridge.
All elements needed are prepared.
Is this a withdrawal order?
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant.
Hey FTG, aka Pookie, what's going on with the Steel Legion stuff? So Steel Legion are kind of back, kinda.
Understood.
They had some concept art for them, I know that much. There's also a community post, I think I had more on them as well. Also, we have a new community event. What's that? Is that Pete, Chad, or Overin? What's up, Overin? How are you, dude?
More enemies on the bridge.
Precisely what I required.
Don't Commissar Yar, because that's a new mini, I'm getting him. We expect nothing less, brother.
On its way. But it is a horde of Xenos between you and it. You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure. Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
Fencing Axe is definitely good at clearing out the swarms, I'll say that. That was the balance, but... I do hope they buff up fencing at some point to like be like Argent Edge and stuff like that.
Remain stalwart, brothers.
I've never seen such an atrocity.
Ogren Commissar when? I don't know, when they're smart. I mean, like the smartest bonehead can be an Ogren Commissar.
The charges now.
That's perfect.
Confirmation report. Enemies on our position. As reporting. Xenos leader base neutralized. It is not dead. Our tactics were sound. The swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead. We hear you, Command. It will be done. The target is still struggling under that wreckage.
With my presence, the chat will be spiced up by 2 times. That's true, Overin. The best part of this game is when a wave spawns right in front of an elevator. It's always so hectic and fun to turn, fight, and hold your ground. I think that's like a huge part of horde shooters in general. It's just, you know, the horde shooter aspect. Hold the ground, hold the line. That's why the Bulwark is such an entertaining class. Alright.
Command, target is alive and retreating. minute.
I already feel the spice, even though I just joined. What's up, Chunk, man?
Finish it off.
We're about to go kill a Hive Tyrant. We had a very obnoxious Neurothrope fight, but it's all gonna be okay. That's annoying. You're pissing on the floor, guy.
Since the foul, my enemy reinforcements have heard the rally cry. Crushed beneath our Ceramite's tread.
God, Intimidate Aura really is just peak.
Truly, I'm blighted by asthma.
What's the community event? It's just for like the Mark 11 chainsword skin. Doing some missions, that's about it. I was just a hard trash, right? I have to reread it. Inferno is a map, but I memorized all Gene Steam including skull locations. I think Inferno is just one of the best maps in the game, period. This one too, this is definitely the best at launch.
Caution. It may still attempt to ambush us.
Bulwark is your main class, or my friend gets in Space Marine 2 is always like, I need my Bulwark now. I mean, Bulwark's just like definitely the best anchor for a team in like any game mode.
The last report. The Hive Tyrant continues to evade.
Doesn't lack damage either.
So you cut out. Lost the signal. Is that thing leading us into the dead zone? Our duty remains unchanged. Forward.
Banner ready to deploy. Detecting my static mines. Silence the beast's call for its foul brethren. Blessed standard, amplify our power. Zoanthrope, fortify your psyches.
You only play with these two maps and leveling? Yeah, Decapitation is definitely the fastest for leveling. I think it's more so that it's just... You can actually be a little bit faster on Vox Apparatus, but...
Synaptic manipulator silence.
Okay.
Reloading weapon.
That's where you bring the bolt pistol.
Xenos leader rescales the building. Take to the roof.
This game's Horde mode had buildable traps / turrets and stuff like Gears 3 Horde did. I'll probably be making a video on that at some point. They're probably going to be adding that pretty soon. Some pretty cool stuff to Horde mode. I think Siege mode was kind of a... Definitely the night. It was a pretty hyped up mode. It definitely wasn't as popular as people thought it was going to be. It was pretty good. Hopefully the update for it and the new map's good. They haven't given us a major update for that mode past year. Well, since it came out, it's like 9 months ago. Siege mode came out 9 months ago, and we have not had a major update for it. squares this guy's swinging. Oh, that's actually a dangerous hit. There's one attack you can do that can actually one-shot you. Or almost one-shot you. Not that one. Actually, that is it. That's the one. If you have no armor, that is.
The creature is undergoing some kind of transformation. You just triggered every side warning in my suit.
Another Xenos bioform eliminated.
Up for you. Intimidating Aura's peak.
There we go. We did it, chat.
Let's do a hard weekly after that.